What's up, everyone? This is James at Locking the Value talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. Now, there's been a market pullback over the last sort of 48 hours or so. Not of major concern. Despite headlines you might read, this annoys the hell out of me. So Bitcoin loses $900 amid crypto markets collapse. It's such hyperbolic language. Market lost 5% of its value. If you were in the market 2 years ago, 5% would have been a good day, right? When the bear market started hitting, it's not a big deal, 5%, okay? Um, so using hyperbolic language like that starts getting people panicked, okay? Especially if you're new to crypto. So let's be clear about language we use instead of trying to clickbait people into reading things, okay? Market had a little pullback, right? It's had a pullback of about 10 to 13 billion over the course of 24, 48 hours, okay? And already things are starting to bounce back. As an example, right? I have said buy on dips. So earlier today, I bought Ontology. So Ontology dipped to about 76 cents, right? I bought it at 77.8 cents, right? Basically 78 cents. And it's already had a pullback, okay? And it's already starting to recover the little position that it lost. So buying, and that was fresh money. I do want to point this out. When you're putting into, like, when I'm buying positions, I'm buying with fresh money or new money. I'm not trading positions to strength, like, I'm not leaving one position in another crypto to strengthen my position in Ontology. The reason, or any other crypto for that matter, the reason I'm not doing that is that has serious effects on tax implications, certainly in the UK, right? In the UK, we have a situation where if you withdraw funds within a year, you end up having to pay income tax. If you withdraw after a year, you pay capital gains, and you know the difference between them is enormous in terms of percentage. But if you start trading as well, then it does affect the time frame that you can withdraw. And it is I'm going to be trying soon enough to get an accountant on. One of the subscribers brought this up. If we can get an accountant on to have a live conversation about crypto. So I'm going to try and get that done in the next few weeks because it is important in terms of how you proceed with investments. Because I know it's not easy to just pull funds out of your arse if you're going, oh, this crypto's dipped, so I want to buy more. You know, if you don't have the money, it's not that easy, right? So do bear that in mind and look that information up. I'll try and find some links and put them in the description with regards to tax law within the UK. Okay. Um, but we're in this position where we've got 12 to 18 months, maybe less. I still think less than 12 months. But we've got 12 to 18 months is the general consensus, so we'll go with it, to accumulate before the peak of the bull run. Okay? So buying on dips like this is important, and it's going to happen. There's going to be days where there's 5%, 10%, very possibly 20 or 30%, particularly for the altcoins. There'll be those sort of pullbacks. And that's time where if you've got fresh money or you've had it left in tether for a while, use that tether and buy on dips. Okay? And accumulate your positions for the big cash out in 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, however long the bull run takes to really hit effect. Okay? And you're never going to sell at the high. Let's be clear on that. No one, unless you're incredibly lucky, very few people sell on the high. Okay? Um, or buy on the low for that matter. You know, I didn't buy Ontology at 76. I bought it at 77.8. I'm still happy because it was a low, so I'm fine with that. And you got to be okay with not getting those exact prices. It's important. Okay. Now, something I wanted to bring up. One of the students on Udemy gave me a call, like on Skype because he'd received some crypto like a really tiny amount, like a thousandth of a cent. And he hadn't deposited that, and he was confused as to where it came. So I said, email Binance, let them know, because if you're receiving money you've not authenticated or sorted, that's of concern. And they emailed him back saying that it might be part of a dusting attack phenomenon because they've had multiple emails and alerts about this in the last 24 hours. Now, a dusting attack in and of itself is not a huge concern. You're not, in that you're not going to get hacked, right? It does mean you have to be aware. You have got to make sure your security is tight, okay? A dusting attack just removes your anonymity. It allows you to trace an individual. Um, so there is if you go onto Binance Academy, what is a dusting attack, right? There's a video, there's an explanation, okay? Um, and what it effectively means is make sure, and Binance sent a student three sort of articles on how to make sure you've got your anti-phishing, like an anti-phishing code for all your Binance emails, which you can do through your security tab in your account on Binance. But the whole point of dusting attacks is that they're used to de-anonymize wallets. So people can learn information about the person that holds it or learn who the person is. Okay. Now, no one wants that. And, it could be that it's just hackers. It could be that it's uh, institution like government institutions. It could be police tracing people. There's a plethora of people it could be, but it means you've got to check and make sure your security is tight. So antivirus software on your computer, make sure it's good. Make sure if you're going onto Binance, make sure it's always Binance.com. Make sure you use if you're using Google Chrome, use incognito or just use Brave browser, but make sure that you're using things that will secure your anonymity. Don't touch the funds. If this has happened to you, because it's happened to multiple people in the last 24, 48 hours, do not touch the funds that were sent to you. The moment you touch them is the moment that they can start looking at, that they can start figuring out who you are. So once you receive it, if you have received this in the past 24, 48 hours, let Binance know, ask what you can do, make sure you understand how to secure your account. You shouldn't be leaving the majority of your portfolio on Binance, but the security on Binance is good. But exchanges are going to be targeted in the next 12 to 18 months hard because there's going to be insane amounts of money there. If you don't have enough money, or if you don't have a lot of money in crypto, then leaving it in Binance is fine because actually, logically, buying an nano ledger might not be cost effective for the amount you're holding at this moment in time. But if you are slowly and surely, like my students and like hundreds of thousands and millions of us that are trying to accumulate at this point, if you're building your portfolio week on week, whether it's $20 here or there, or $100 here or there, however you're doing it, there's going to be a point where that portfolio starts needing to be secured, and then you've got to look at how you're going to do that. But if you've had this happen, please be careful. Just email Binance, have a conversation, make sure that you are comfortable with your level of security. Um, Now, I was asked a question, by the way, about I think it was Verge by one of my subscribers. So I'm going to give a really brief rundown. Privacy coins are going to be huge. I like privacy coins. I think fundamentally that is something that is I think we all want is that level of privacy with our purchases. I don't want like Amazon to track my purchases, and I'm and having privacy coins is really, really going to be important over the next 12 to 18 months, especially as we lose civil liberties that we used to have because of national pandemics and track and trace systems. Um, and I like Verge, I do. And you bear in mind it's a, let's call it 0.007, right? 7/10 of a cent, we'll call it. That's 30 times away from its all-time high. So it's got a way to go. It could, and if it rallies hard, you know, because I think we're going to see a lot of coins break their previous all-time highs. I think that is an inevitability, to be honest. Um, my only concern with privacy coins, and it is the only one that I have, is how privacy coins are going to be legislated because governments don't like them. They've openly sort of denounced Monero, and they've openly sort of said that they don't like this idea of not being able to trace how much people have. So they may have specific legislation against them. We've already seen it to some degree. Um, and that may have ramifications for in long term in terms of being able to get profits. And it's my only concern. Don't get me wrong, I hold privacy coins. I don't hold Verge, but I hold a few privacy coins. And I think they're going to have significant moves um, over the coming, 5 to 10 years. To be honest, I think they're going to be massive because we're going to need them. Um, but yeah, that was it from me. Your thoughts on privacy coins? Write in the comments and let me know. Um, and for God's sake, guys, secure your accounts. Um, August has been a weird month so far in terms of crypto, but I'm liking it. By the way, the Udemy coin that I talked about, my number one investment, has 6x'd. So congratulations to my students that got in early, and the students that bought in the past week. You'll see why I'm bullish on this coin. I hope you're all keeping safe. Uh, Take care, and I'll see you soon.